I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor.
Oh, I can't believe it. Couldn't have walked off.
One of the men needed a hammer.
Fool boy.
I'm sorry.
Get...
My mother warned me about the poor.
Not yet.
They want my wealth, but they don't want
I don't feel like talking.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me.
Is this truly the work of
Yes. Some of the...
Good.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself... I will tell him of the sins his...
Cormac, he leads the Order.
No, you are wrong. My first memory... I looked into his eye.
You are a quiet sort.
But the streets are crawling.
That's precisely why you must...
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up. You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Radis, haven't you?
After Corellan's death, the crown passed to Justinian I, through a somewhat convoluted interpretation of Zakharun's scripture. Thus began the Justinian dynasty.
Can I ask you about Deca? He certainly enjoyed the sound of his own voice. Good men and women die fighting. You just forget. Oh, I never forget.
Today is the day.
You are ready to put a stop.
I will do it, even if
I will be right here by your side.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
This could go badly. Be ready.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Azmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with trouble.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
No, you had nothing to do with John Dar's corruption, Cormac. You're a hero. Time has finally come, and we owe it all to you.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate. Stop! How can we bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac? But if the great... We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about. Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self of the angels.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
They will believe you. I know it.
The Grand Maester, behind the Orders. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order.
They could beat your mind into submission, but never your heart. So what will you do with your life now? What will you believe in?
I believe in you and your quest.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison.
Edlin, I have to fight. Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for
Something's not right.
Damn it all! The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for.
The Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon? Let us seek our fortunes together. remember me?
You can only carry so much on the crusade. I'm returning to town.
I heard Kirill is an angel. Why isn't he helping Mothing?
Who said you?
You did to Nigel!
Edmund! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
This is not your fault. Your brother was dead before we even came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
I am so sorry, Lyndon, but we must go. Take the dagger with you.
Who perish without embracing Malthael are...
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her scryed it today to see if it held any clues. It reminded me of the Viserys magic from...
Those mages are long dead.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, she said one word.
What shall we fight today?
Lyndon.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me?
That you are letting your...
I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to...
This will help.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
Wonderful to see you.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the soul.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the soul.
He's killing everyone.
To stop him, we must know what he'll do.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Tell me about Urs.
He is Malthael's lieutenant. Much the same.
Why did Malthael's...
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me. And therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And the rest of us are?
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore...
Still hurts, huh?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this.
You get used to it or you die. Why does Malthael...
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, regardless of what he has become.
You must believe he can do... Why take the Black Soulstone from
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous souls. It seemed a better idea to... We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching.
And if we get it back from...
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone.
Spend wisely.
Hello there.
What can you tell me?
Well,
I noticed.
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames... What else can I tell you? I had a vision.
I left home and family for a great...
It was no sacrifice. We vet. I've had many in my life. I still...
been thinking that perhaps I should change my outfit.
To something more suitable for combat.
This outfit gives me freedom of movement to cast spells. Any new outfit would have to do the same.
Make your peace quickly. Patience.
I enjoyed that.
I require more wrath. Bad luck for you, friend.
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis.
And that would be you.
My grandmother was the daughter of Coralon. But the peasants supporting me, Westmarch. Of course, there will be some bloodshed. We must.
You betray your king, while the...
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, Crusader!
I have come to realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These Reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
To go back.
I don't know that I will... To know that angels or demons, or who knows...
Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm 7th... No, 6th...
The battles never end.
All that I have said has come to pass. Thanks to your
donation. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me.
The caravan to Kingsport won't be cheap.
Harold! I've nothing else to...
Well, I'm sure there are some curtains.
Please do not kill Urzael too quickly.
Not ready
Make
yet.
him suffer for what he has done.
I have bad news.
I'd heard rumors. I didn't really care for the king. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his troops would have recovered eventually.
You really must stop thanking me.
A dozen people ran by me and did not...
Just in the right place at the...
With Justinian dead, I fear another contest for the throne. If we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. And nobody wants to read the same story twice.
The Catullus insurrection was led by a woman known only as Tira, who claimed to be descended from the sons of Rakis. This uprising was immediately seen as a war of the common man against the nobles and their Zakharum strictures. During the very height of the conflict, Tira seized control of Westmarch and proclaimed herself empress.
Bad luck for you, friend. Not enough right.
Burn in the light.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
The time for words is past.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
Speak again, Maltheo. I'm returning to town.
You killed the angel who was...
Yes, but his master is the true evil.
I believe you.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold!
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a...
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to...
Still not
I
safe.
don't care.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it. How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done.
If Tyrael is helping Maltheo,
Rakis conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Urzael is dead, and without his leadership, the Reapers should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
There will always be another battle, but a seasoned fighter enjoys the victory at hand.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
The boy meant well.
He's a fool. And fool? What are you talking?
You lost your father, your wife.
You keep that nonsense to you.
Did you know there were once... I think a star...
You mean you were ready to...
Dirge's jewel has...
Then you're finally ready?
I was telling you about Lyria.
If you let jealousy...
yes. Miriam is very interesting, isn't she? Yeah, well, to be... Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted to win the sun. He could only... Then Zai...
Did Zai lie?
No, but still...
Everyone's dead. Everyone in the city is dead.
He's been agitated ever since he mentioned the woman. Who was she? Did she...
Looking for something.
I don't know what to do. He's getting...
I'm telling you, Lyria...
Dirge.
So Xylan...
No.
All right, buy something, will you? This stuff's heavy. Only the best for you, sir.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria.
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
Explain.
Some things cannot be...
I'm going to walk away.
You have no...
You've had an interesting...
Oh, our wagon train came to a dying village once. The people... I charmed my way into the mayor's office. He thought I was trying to rob him. Well, my vision showed... So, I told the family who had shown us...
You're not going anywhere without me.
And why is that? Come if you want, but Adria is going to pay for what she did to Leah. Where are the angels?
There is confusion and dissension.
You're on the Angiris Council.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow...
Imperius? Urzael and the Reapers are dead. Now the people of Westmarch can begin to rebuild their city. and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood March to confront Adria. She knows how to find Malthael, but more importantly, there is a blood debt between us, and she will pay it.
Long ago.
We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another. What was that?
Something is coming.
Patience.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
You never stop trying, Adria. I'll say that for you.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
Right.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
My wrath is low.
Father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter. fear is. The fear of who you are. The fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. No, you could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters. He asked me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man. I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames.
One of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
My father burned. He screamed as the flames consumed him, and the smell was sickly sweet. He had found me. For once in his life he had noticed me, and when he saw that the flames did not touch me, he breathed one word. It was his last.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
Then all we need to do is eliminate 2 of the remaining sigils.
Guide stone to show which sigil shows the correct entrance. The place I'd expect to find a castle.
Begone! I am not yet ready to entertain guests!
I require more wrath.
It's almost finished! Now it will never be finished! I curse you, Saul! You sold me this piece of waterlogged land to build my castle on! Well, I will have the last laugh, you dog! I will build my castle here, and it will be the grandest castle ever! Do you hear me, Saul? Ever!
know what Adria did to Leah. I want her to pay just as much as you. But we have to get the information first.
I'm not sure if this is the right passage. Before the wind. Had enough?
Crusade marches on.
I have uncovered an obscure and ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the West. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
Think Adria feels any remorse for what she did to Leah?
The crusade marches on. Like chaff before the wind. Burn in the light.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
The crusade marches on!
This is not the right entrance.
The Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
Chaff before the wind. Make your peace.
Witch, they called me. But I turned it against them. When their daughter had a child that needed to disappear. When there was a sickness that none of the healers could cure. Who was it they pleaded with? When they needed me, the morality they flaunted in the daylight disappeared. As it always does.
Power before Zakarum. Make your peace quickly. I enjoyed that.
Out of room. I need to go back.
If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
I heard Lysa's voice again. She is calling out for me.
You saw her?
I do not understand it. We will stand together against the shadows. Thank you.
I was separated from the others. I gazed and I couldn't move, like something. I can't stay here.
You can't leave me.
You should be
Please.
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
Power before Zakharum. Chaff before the wind. Power before Zakharum. Make your peace quickly.
I'm returning to town.
They will run when they see us.